Hi, and welcome to the Rave TV. I'm Allie here with Brendan from Panic at the Disco.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
This is your 6th show here.
It is. So crazy.
Yeah, you were talking about playing at the bar.
Yeah, we played the bar in 2005. It was our first tour. We actually ended here. This is our last show of that tour, and we started up with Fall Out Boy like the next day. Like we had to drive to Detroit.
That's crazy.
It was amazing. And actually, I felt really bad because we didn't really know how tours went, but it got pretty messy. We got hazed pretty bad. We were the first of 5 bands, and it was Receiving of Sirens and Acceptance like taped us up and then threw flour in our faces.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, it was funny. Afterwards, not during.
Yeah, not
but
at the time.
But yeah, it was good. It was
did
really good.
Fall Out Boy haze you?
Yeah, on that tour
Yeah.
they did too. They tend to like either take clothes off of us or like throw flour at us. So yeah, they got us almost naked on stage. That was pretty fun.
Oh.
Yeah. So there you go.
And you're currently out on the Save Rock and Roll tour with Fall Out Boy.
Yes.
How has that been going so far?
It's been great so far.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I'm glad that they started touring again and decided to bring us out. It's kind of funny because we hadn't toured with them since the Blink-182 tour. And that was, I think, like 2009, 2010.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while
Yeah.
ago. So that was pretty crazy. It's been a few years, but yeah, having to be on the road with those guys is pretty awesome.
Have they taken your clothes off yet?
Not yet. They keep saying that. They're like, telling us, yeah, we're going to prank you, and I'm waiting for it. It's probably going to be the last show, but I'm still just like I don't know. I get really
on
worried
edge about it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit on edge. I don't know what to expect. I'll just take it. I'll just take whatever they got. I don't care.
So let's talk about the new record, Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die, which comes out October 8th. So tell me how Las Vegas had an influence on it.
Vegas, having grown up there, it kind of had an inspiration for a lot of the records that we made, but we never talked about it directly, which I really wanted to this time around because I was spending a lot of time going back and forth from where I live now in Los Angeles and going back to where my family all still lives in Las Vegas. But it was, I don't know, a couple times I visited there, I had some kind of eye-opening experiences where I wasn't as cynical. I went to clubs and like actually participated in dancing and like having a good time, which, I used to, not even be old enough to get into clubs, but when I would go and just kind of sit in the corner like a hipster and just like baby sip my beer and just like be like, oh, that's dumb, I wouldn't do that, and just kind of be like a little snot about it. But actually being able to participate in it and witness people like dancing like no one's watching, that's kind of like what Vegas is, like the whole thing, what happens there stays there. I think it frees people up to like lose inhibition, and that's what I wanted to get across in this record. I wanted to celebrate that idea of Vegas, that kind of fantastical view that everybody has, from a local standpoint.
Yeah. Do you consider the making and the sound of this record different from your previous ones?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I get pretty bored with the sound pretty easily, so it's fun to keep it exciting. And that's just a good way of keeping it exciting, is trying out new stuff musically. And this record, lyrically even, it's a little more honest. There's songs that they all stem from something that happened to me personally, but a lot of them are just very straightforward, not really a story. It's just kind of, this is like a page out of my diary. But yeah, it's definitely, there's all kinds of influences on it. It's not just, rock things that we've used in the past. It's like, 80s pop from like Depeche Mode to Aha to like hip-hop influences. I've always been a big hip-hop fan, so it's kind of all over the place.
Do you have a favorite song off the record?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one, honestly, is Vegas Lights. We have yet to play it live, but right now we're only playing Miss Jackson, This Is Gospel, but I'm really excited, just for the record to come out, because when we start playing that, it's really fun. It sounds like Vegas to me. It's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
And in the past 2 months, you've released 2 music videos,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Jackson and This Is Gospel. So first, let's talk about Miss Jackson. What goes on in that video?
The video for Miss Jackson is kind of a collection of just a lot of fantastical ideas that the director Jordan came up with, but also I didn't tell him much in terms of concept. All I told him was I wanted to sparkle. I wanted to wear a shiny jacket. So we got in touch with our friend Anthony, and then I told him I wanted it to be a narrative. I like telling a story in a video, especially for that song where it came from a real experience, a story, something that I went through. And that was pretty much it. And he came back with this concept, you know, oh, you're in the desert, you know, you're this troubled, like, lounge singer kind of guy. And I was like, yeah, I kind of want to kick her, though. And then, like, not even 5 minutes later, he wrote back an email. I was like, we're going to cut her head off. I was like, that's perfect. We'll do it, you know? And that was it. And it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second one is This Is Gospel, which is very intense.
Yeah.
So what happens to you in that video?
This Is Gospel. We worked with this guy, Daniel Campos. It's funny, he actually used to be a b-boy. Like, he's a really, really good dancer, really talented dancer. I think he's danced for, like, Michael Jackson before. Like, he danced for Madonna, I think, on a tour or two. So he is just a phenomenal choreographer as well. Him and his wife kind of both do, like, a team up of directing and dancing choreography. And when I talked to him on the phone, I instantly connected with him, and we talked about, you know, I wanted to do choreography. I didn't feel up to par of, like, the dance moves that he would come up with. I was like, I knew his background. I was like, I know you're actually a good dancer, so I don't want to embarrass myself. But the choreographed movement was kind of a big deal, and I wanted to do something like that to tell the story of what gospel was about, you know, battling addiction and fighting your fears and all that stuff. So, yeah, I was, you know, pleasantly surprised to hear his concept ideas. It was really great. And then the day of rehearsal before we shot, it was like a 14-hour day of just shooting. The day before that, though, you know, we did like 4 hours of rehearsal, getting all of the movements right, you know, and I had very little to do with it. It was just like, you know, holding my core and like flexing the whole time. Yeah. And I got pretty bruised badly, but, you know, it came out great. I love the way the video came out.
Yeah, it's a very neat video.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you guys plan on releasing any more videos with the release of the record?
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna do like Fall Out Boy, like do 11 videos. That's pretty intense, but yeah, it's gonna be, which is gonna be good. I'm sure the stuff is. I mean, so far it's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I love making a visual to go along with the song. It's like one of my favorite things besides making music. Just being able to vent creatively with a visual. You know, we do it for our live show. And I like to give something more than just what you hear on the record. You know, to kind of take the music in a different direction by showing you what happens on, you know, goes on in my brain. So yeah, I mean, there's a couple plans for other songs that aren't necessarily going to be released like for singles or anything, but yeah, I mean, we've, you know, talked about a couple things so far. I don't want to give too much away, but it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting.
I can tell you're into the music videos. Based on watching them. They're very theatrical and intense.
Thank you. Yeah. I love them.
So after the Save Rock and Roll tour finishes up, what's next for Panic at the Disco?
After we finish this tour, we're going to head over to Europe and the UK with New Politics, actually, who are an awesome band live. They're crazy. And after that, you know, just a couple off shows, one-offs during the holiday season. And then we're going to start up a headline tour in January, and that's going to be amazing. You know,
and you'll have to come back and play your favorite venue.
Of course we're going to come back here. Yeah, whether we play the Rave Hall or Eagles Ballroom or even the bar, like, I love this venue. It's one of my favorites.
The bar would sell out in seconds.
Oh, it'd be great. We'll just do 4 nights in the bar. We'll do that
would be actually a really cool show.
It'll get nice and sweaty, get crazy.
Well, thank you for joining us for your show tonight.
Thank you. Yeah.
And thank you for watching the Rave TV. Be sure to check out Panic at the Disco's upcoming record, Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die. We'll see you soon on the Rave TV.